and say, I'm going to say hi. Let's see if anybody's there. Hi. I'm going to say, can you hear me? Can you hear me, Kathy? Can you see me? Okay. All right. Well, that means I'm live, right? Well, Kathy, this is my guest speaker is Kathleen Diane. And she has a YouTube channel called Real Life Reflections. And I'm going to bring her on to the channel, onto the show, live here in just a second when I push the right button over here. I got all set up over here with all these buttons or what I'm supposed to do, you see. And let's see, we're going to go and bring her live into the show. Not that live, this live. And you should come in, but I don't see you again. I'm still here, everyone. I'm trying to bring my guest live. I see me, but I don't see her. Means I gotta find out the hangout. There's the hangout. Okay, now I need Casey. He's my technical person. Okay, well, maybe if I do the top down, it doesn't show my guest either. I wonder why my guest isn't coming in.
Oh.
Casey, you promised me.
I think I'm on there, Cynthia.
You
I
are?
was on there.
I can't
I was
see
on
it.
there, but now it went away.
This one is not you on there.
It was for a minute.
Well, everyone, I guess this is part of going live, you know. Hey, hi, Sunny Orange. All right, we're going to figure this out. I should be able to, that's the camera, hangout audio, window capture. I don't know. I see a line here that seems like you should be on. Where's my technician now? Okay, we did the intro, and I'm on my guest. I have no idea what to do now.
It was on there for a second. Something you pushed did bring me on.
Oh, let's go back to Google Hangout and do this. That didn't do it. That should have done it. See, you're supposed to be over here. There's this window that's over here. It's right here. I know you can't see me, but it's on the screen here. I can see this line of a window that she's supposed to be at, but my controls, I should be able to... Oh, well, I wondered if they can hear you. Can they hear you when you're talking to me right now?
Ask somebody in the chat.
Whoop. Yes, I can hear. Oh. She can hear you. So you're heard.
Oh, that's good.
At least
that
they
could
know.
work.
At least they know you're here, huh?
We could just do it that way if you want.
I guess, since I really have no idea what to do, and I'm sure my technician will probably be trying to get a hold of me. Of course, they were on their way home. They should have stayed here for my live.
I know.
Well, everyone, technical difficulties. You know, I have this little line that's up here that shows me that Kathy's actually live behind there, but I don't know how to move my vision out of the way. Let's see. Camera. I don't want to mix it. I don't want to redo something and mess it up, you see. She showed up earlier in seconds. Oh, so you're right. Okay, well, let's see. I'm going to turn this off for a moment. Oh, it's already off.
So you can choose what you want in the big screen and your little screen?
Yeah, the only thing is, I don't see you at all. Let's see. Media source, let's see if it'll let me do that. I can see where you're supposed to be. I can actually see a little glimpse of you in there. What did I just do now?
How funny.
Can you see that little line?
Yeah.
That little line is you. Let's see. There. That's Oh, I made it disappear now.
Oh no! You can through the crack.
Undo. Maybe I got enough undos to get back to the beginning, to the one we actually saw you.
Oh yeah, it's a good idea.
Come on, undo. Yeah, I know Kathy's showing up in a little line. I don't know how to make it so she's a big line. And Sunny, you know a little bit about OBS systems. What can I do to get her thing to show? Then it closed. Maybe there's something that was clicked. I'm sure something was clicked. Oh, look I see Kathy now. If I'm showing the top screen.
You see me?
I can see you. We're going to leave you here. Oh, everybody gets to see my notes now. I wasn't blindsiding it. Yeah, I had my notes. I'm still new. All right, Kathy. The screen above is showing you. Let me see if I go to the guest.
Oh, look, I see me. Don't move.
Yeah, but you weren't there
but
before.
Where are you?
I'm down here in the corner.
But
see what?
Can you make the big screen you?
We're going to do this. We're cheating, everybody. There we go. Kathy? And Cynthia. Ooh,
Okay,
how
that
about
works.
that? We
That
got
works.
technical difficulties being resolved. Well, thank you, Kathy, for holding the fort.
I
So,
wasn't doing anything.
yeah,
Just watching, enjoying the show.
you held space. Anyhow, Kathy's going to take over the show. She has her own YouTube channel on Real Life Reflections, and she's going to tell you a little bit about her life journey or her life experience about keeping her dreams real and what's the difference between when a dream is being lived and walked through and when we're not living our dream. So, Kathy, the floor
Okay.
is on you, and if I can interact and talk to you as we go through to make sure that
Sure.
okay.
Definitely. Okay, well, let's see. I would say what's really my dreams to me are a lot of the things that I am working on right now that I've been doing recently. And one of the biggest ones is my channel, Real Life Reflections on YouTube, no spaces. And what it's about is that I've learned a lot of things in my life. I've had a lot of realizations, insights over the course of my life experiences, interacting with people and relationships, hearing other people's stories, reading, just learning in life. And I feel that I know a lot of things that have helped me to just be as happy and feel as good as I can as a person, and then just to help me create the life I want. And I want to be able to share those things with people. And I think that's one of my dreams because that's where I feel a lot of passion and excitement. And I know, Cynthia, you say that when you're living your dreams, you're going to feel just major passion. Like you can't stop. You want to work on it all the time. The hours just fly by when you're doing it. And that's how I am when I'm working on the channel, when I'm thinking about what I'm going to talk about, making my videos, just doing it all. I feel like time just goes by because I'm so excited to be
Just
doing it.
flies on
And
by.
right, I know.
Because you're working in your passion and your desire and things that you want to get done.
Exactly. I can start early in the morning and all of a sudden it's 2, 3 o'clock and it felt like, 15 minutes went by. And it's because that happens when you're really doing something that you truly love and that's really a passion of yours. And see, as far as making that happen, that's something that I've been wanting to do for 5 or 6 years now. Well, the sharing with people the things that I've learned. And
Now,
there's been some situations in my life that made it a little bit hard to really get things going with that over the last few years. But the thing is, I did not let my dreams die. I didn't push them aside and say, oh, well, I kept them right there on the burner, simmering. And
and if you did, if
I
you just kept it right there on the burner, how would you feel? I mean, would you feel like lack or insecure or insufficient or?
I didn't. I would have if I hadn't been doing anything on them. But the thing that I did is while they're sitting there on the burner, like I didn't take it off the stove. I left it on the burner. I was doing little things over the years, like
Baby
5 or 6
steps.
years. I was writing things
Yeah.
down. I was planning out what I was going to do when I really got to that point. There was a lot of little baby steps that I was working on over those years, so that when I got to the point where I really had time and things were set up so I could do it, I was already partially there. And that's the thing. You can't just not not do anything about them, right, Cynthia? I mean, if
Right,
you
right,
have dreams but you're not taking any steps, not even baby steps, it's not going to feel good,
right.
right? I
That's
mean, what's it going to feel like?
less than whole and complete. I'm
Mm-hmm.
unworthy. I'm not good enough. I can't get anything done. But if we keep taking those baby steps, when we keep taking those baby steps, what happens is something bigger grows. And we take more baby
Mm-hmm.
steps and something bigger grows. It's like
Exactly, they add up.
it's like with Kathy, and I was like in the middle of writing this book, and I kept just writing things down and kept writing it down. And just one year, which was this year, I took everything I was written down and I actually made that book happen. But it didn't happen by me it didn't happen by me giving up my dream. It happened because I kept that dream alive. I kept that fire lit. I kept saying, I have to write this book because it means something to me. And what's the name of that book? I should have it all out and ready. I've been all in the middle of setting everything up, but it's called Flipping Your Feels Around to Better. And it is on Amazon. It's an ebook and a hard copy, whichever way you want. And it talks, a little bit about this journey that we're on.
Yeah.
Did you get a copy of my book, Kathy?
I sure did, yes. And I got it signed by the author, who was you.
Did you,
yes,
did you read it?
Copy.
Did you read parts?
Yes,
And did you enjoy
very
it?
Good book, very good information. Yes. Everybody should definitely go to Amazon and order a copy. It can definitely help you flip your script.
See, I got her promoting my book now. That's the way to work it, right?
Yeah. No, but really on dreams, if you're making your dreams happen, or even taking those little baby steps, even if it's not time to go full force, at least if you're taking baby steps, doing little things with it, your life will feel so much better. It feels more fulfilling, right? Instead of like you're just going along living life, you're actually really truly living life, because you're living from that passion, from
how good it felt.
You really want to do.
Like, how good it felt once I completed that book. It was like, I did it. Now you know how good it feels when I hear someone say that they liked my book. Hey, I bet you there's somebody in my chat that likes my book too. If there's anybody that's in the chat that read my book and liked my book, let everybody else know. Get that book, Flipping Your Emotional Feels Around to Better. It has a lot of good insights in there.
For sure. And you know what else working on your dreams does?
It helps other people.
Seeing you work on your dreams over the years, and especially this whole last year, inspired me like crazy to go for mine. I've been waiting, for it to be the right time, to have the enough time, just doing those baby steps and waiting for that time so I could really go for it. But seeing you make your dreams come true and be doing all you're doing gave me that push, that wow, I can really make mine come true too. It just inspired me. I put some
gasoline in her vehicle and made it go.
Exactly.
I remember.
Yes, that's what you did.
I remember when I first started this journey of the digital world and putting everything out there, Kathy, that I'd come to you, Kathy, do you know how to do this? Kathy, do you know how to do that? And as time went on, I don't know, 6 months, half a year went by, and I'd go back and I'd say, Kathy, you know how to do this? And she'd look at me and she goes, Cynthia, you're so past any question you asked me last year. She goes, I have no idea what you're asking me this year.
Exactly. I know in the beginning, maybe I knew a little bitty bit more than you. And then these days I ask you things. You've learned so much, done so much just over these last couple of years.
But that's what I was going to say. That's what I love, is because my dream is creating something that I want, because I have messages I feel like I have that the world needs to hear, right? Well, and what's so neat is by me living my dream and with my passion and my desire and never giving up. Kathy, have I ever given up? Did I ever give up hope at all?
Never and no. And when you say you're going to do something, you do it.
And as I'm going
100%.
And as I was going forward, it was really, really neat to watch my best friend that we can talk to about this spiritual stuff, to watch her like come up behind me. Oh, I don't like to be on the camera too, where she's got her own show going.
I still don't.
Yeah, but look, I got her on my show. So we could talk about her show. We want to promote it.
Yes.
It's Real Life Reflections. and she gets deep. You need to go watch her channel because she gets deep into the subject, into the way she puts that question out there. So you can actually look at the answers that you're getting to come in a whole brand new way. Hi, let's see who we got. We got Gregory there, we got Sunny there, and I had someone on Facebook. Moana, I don't know if she said she's coming over. Let's see what Greg says. Was reading in a restaurant, and a witness asked me what I was reading, so I told her. Woo-hoo-hoo! She took the name down. Woo-hoo!
He needs to carry a couple extra copies around to pass out.
Yep, Greg, you need to have a couple copies of my book. While you're reading my book out there, you need to have a copy there to sell them. All right, I have actually gifted a bunch of my books out, so. So one of the questions I would ask to someone that, you know, when you have a dream out there that you're not actually making any steps going forward, I want you to ask yourself, what does it pay you or cost you to hold on to the old story of thinking that you can't do it, or there's no way you can make something happen, or how you can go do this or do that? I want you to ask yourself, how are you benefiting from not making the decision to actually make some baby steps from that? Are you getting some extra TLC because somebody's saying poor you, or I'm so sorry, or you don't have to? Are you actually living off of those low? Yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say, you're reminding me of that saying. You've probably heard it about where when a lot of people are thinking about whether to do something or not, it says to stop thinking about all the things that could go wrong and start thinking about what if they go right.
That's right.
Have you heard that one?
Yeah, we have to ask the right question. We have to put it out there the right way. We don't want to know what happens if it goes wrong, so don't ask that question.
Yeah.
We want to ask the question, what happens if it goes right? I'm going to chase that dream. I'm going to say that it's going to go right. I'm going to chase after that rightness. Why? Because it makes me feel whole. It makes me feel complete. It makes me feel awesome. It makes me feel amazing. It makes me feel like I put on my own armor, my own outfit. I'm not wearing this one that I can't do it. I challenge everybody to take one area that you are saying, I can't do this, or it's too hard. I challenge you to take that story and to start to flip it around to a script that actually makes you feel better. See if you can feel better. If you're saying you can't, I want you to say, try for a week, I can, and see what that does. It actually gives you momentum. It gives you strength. It gives you ability. It gives you movement. Just by believing you can.
Well, what's the time when you did that, Cynthia?
Well, I tell you, at the beginning of me putting all of this stuff together, I had people around me that didn't believe I could. And so I could believe, and there are people that are important to me. And I could believe their script, I could believe their story, that I can't piece all this together. It's too hard. I might as well toss it out. But no, when their story was coming in, I was taking that moment, at that moment, and flipping that script around and saying, yeah, you may think I can't, but I believe I can. Because I have a message to share out to the world that wants to come out and share it out to the world in such a big and greater way. I feel like it's a mission. I feel like it's a purpose. I feel like it's not a choice. I'm supposed to be out here sharing this message out to you, the how to flip our script around to a better script that's feeding our soul, so our soul gets momentum. It has that purpose to live. It's living with that passion. It's living with that desire.
And don't things just fall into place when you're really pursuing your dreams?
She's talking about
Don't
falling into
things
place.
happen in the universe to show you that, yes, you're on the right path? This is what you're supposed to be doing. Haven't you had a lot of stuff happen like that?
Just recently, like me setting up this TV hosting program. 2 months ago, I didn't know I was going to be setting up my own program, TV show to host. So everything that's happened to help me get to where I'm at, I could not have planned, I could not have put it there into place. But when you're doing the right thing, the universe actually puts people and places in the right position for it to happen. This is only my second episode. And in 1 week, I have 2 camcorders. I have an OBS system all set up for those that technically understand what that means. I have a stream deck here to do all my keyboard work so I can be, I can be seen clearly. I have somebody showing up to my house, technically inclined, setting me up so my show can be spot on, as good as it can be for a beginning stage. And I could not have asked for these people to be here. They didn't live in this area 3 months ago, and here they are, here just in time, and they have that right time and that right space to help me with my photography, my professional photographer, and my technicians. They built my computer.
Very true. The universe will support you when you pursue your dreams.
It's
for sure.
It's laying things down in front of me that I could have never done on my own, never even knew that I needed. I have this extra room in my place that is now a studio for certain. It reminds me of somebody else's studio I know. My camera went blank. I'll be right back.
Who could that be?
Yeah, my camera goes. We have a little glitch, we have a little glitch going, but that just means I got to get up and go push the button again. That shouldn't be happening. I have it. It shouldn't be happening. It's plugged in to it's plugged into the wall. It has the power going into it. It must have some kind of timeout that shouldn't be set. And my technician's been looking at it, and we've been trying to figure it out, and that's still a little glitch we got going there. But
there you go.
I was saying something good before that happened, though.
Oh, we were talking about who could that be?
Oh, well, I really thought somebody else was going to be a part of this technical setup, but that somebody else and I haven't really had time to meet up with one another yet. And so I've had Casey Kaufman. He comes and he's my technical assistant, my technician, and Angela Mello, she's my assistant. They both built my computer. And Casey's been doing the photography and doing some of the software work. I'm so grateful and thankful that they, 2 of them, come and give up their time to help this program go forward.
Very, very neat.
It's awesome.
And then you were saying about the studio, though, how
it reminds me.
Did it remind you of a different studio?
Yeah, it reminds me of somebody else I know that does their studio stuff online. Oh, yeah. It's somebody that my heart goes pitter-patter over. And it's not, Kathy, but you know the story. It's not just me that says, hey, go check this person out. The universe shows me. You need to go check this one out.
Once again, the universe, yeah.
Even if I close my eyes, the universe is going to show me, no, you need to hang out over here. And I'm going, okay, I'm going to go hang out over here. And so I really thought that was the person who was going to actually train me and show me this part. But now I believe. Oh, okay. Now I believe I'm actually going to have that person on my show one day, sooner than later.
Maybe for the next one, next week.
when it's going to be, Kathy, when the
When?
universe divinely has the plan for it to happen.
Yes.
It will not
Yes. All
happen.
in,
It
as
will,
you say, all in divine timing.
it's not going to happen before. It's only going to happen when the both of us are both lined up
Mm-hmm.
for this new, awesome, amazing opportunity to happen that's right here in front of us. Because the two of us work so much alike. We are so like-minded. We work on such a mirror image. Sometimes if I want to think about what that person's doing, all I have to do is look at what I'm doing. And then I know,
Exactly.
I know what they're doing.
You've been shown that hundreds of times, huh?
100, I think thousands of times.
Hundreds.
Okay, we'll say hundreds. I am amazed at how many times the universe shows me not to let go of that source.
I know.
To keep going towards that source, because there is an amazing story there. There's an amazing journey that the both of us have to offer out to the world. And the day the two of us hook up, it'll be like a power couple, because we both have our ways at presenting things that's so effective to help the world see things from a better light, in a better way.
Yeah. You have something special. That person has something special. And together it's like synergy, right?
Synergy.
Together you create even more than you and that person. Together.
Oh
It'd
yeah,
be
we'll be
awesome.
on fire.
I could see it.
It's like that happy ever after story, that fairy tale dream that you never knew that could ever exist. But that's a dream I don't let go of.
Exactly.
If I let go of it, guess what happens? I don't feel as vibrant. I don't feel as if I'm going in the right direction. I actually lose momentum. I lose a part of my passion. So you know what? I just keep holding on to that dream. You know why? Because it feeds my soul. You know why? Because it's making me, it keeps lighting my fire. It keeps saying, Cynthia, keep going this way. Keep going this way. Don't pay attention to it. Don't pay attention to any of that lower vibrational feel, anything that makes you feel less than whole and complete, that's not going to work. Remember to shut that door, and keep those doors open that says this is working. This is happening. We are meeting. This is coming together. There is a happy ever after dream. There is a fairy tale dream. Just keep believing in that story. You know why? Because the universe hears that. And the universe knows exactly what it's doing. And the universe is what has led me. It wasn't me that says, I'm going to go chase this person. It wasn't that at all.
I can attest to that. Very, very true. Been there along the way, and I've seen some crazy, interesting stuff that definitely is true.
To vouch for.
For sure.
I'm starting to get ready for my Halloween tarot party. So I'm getting my Gypsy outfit on. See?
Oh, nice. That's such a neat idea. It's like a group tarot reading online?
Yeah, it's like, okay, they're having a birthday party or a Halloween party or a Christmas party or a work party, whatever they're having, right? And say, oh, well, we got 20, 25 people at the party. We want to do something different. I'll put them live like I have you live, but I'll have it live on a Zoom call or something. And so...
where they all can be there?
Yeah, they could, but it's, a party, everybody's not going to show up on the screen at the same time. Because they're probably at a party at a one place. That's my imagination. We could do it virtually if they're all at different locations, but okay. So they're all at a birthday party at your house. You have your computer on and you have your live stream on, and they each get like 10 minutes, and they sit down, and I do a reading for each of them, and it gets recorded.
Oh, neat.
And then at the end of the party, that recording you get to keep for life.
Aw, that's so cool.
And my readings are only going to find the good story, so there's nothing to be afraid of about what's going to be on that.
Yeah.
On the reading.
Yeah.
Because it all has to do with this beautiful way of how that message comes out, that when that 10-minute reading's done, your soul already feels better. Even if it was a
Mm-hmm.
5-minute reading, your soul's going to feel better by the
Yeah.
information that comes out.
Yeah, and your readings always tell people exactly what they need to hear, and they're always so right on. Every single time I've seen you do one on me or anyone else, it's crazy. It's always so right on.
I have amazed myself.
Mm-hmm.
And what's so neat, though, it's always to embetter something. It's always for something better.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't been really looking at the chat, but I have Casey. Thanks for this compliment on this theme. Looking good. I did have to adjust it. It's not working on the guest look, so I had to pull her in on the top camera, and then I stretched it out. And Ola, I love your gift too. Oh, that is Moana. I love your gift too. I love you, Moana. Thanks for coming to my show. And Greg, think it's your favorite. I don't know what I was talking about. Oh, and Moana saying I inspired her to be brave too. I am not seeing the whole chat. Yeah. And then Greg, only time will tell. What time? There is no time. Time is now.
Yes.
What I know is whatever is supposed to happen is exactly what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And what I know is through my journey up to this moment in time, it's feeding my soul. That's what's happening. And I'm loving what part of my soul's being fed. And I'm sure I'm feeding their soul too. So
I think if you're feeling the way that you're feeling, then you're definitely on the right track, because that's how I do a lot of what I do in life, is by following that free-flowing, pulled,
I think it's
really good feeling, like in your soul. I think that's where your soul wants to go, where it knows it's supposed to be. And if you're feeling that when you're following your hidden love story, then I definitely think that's a big sign that that's where you're supposed to be going.
Well, what happens when we're working from our passionate self and our desired self, we're not worried.
Mm-hmm.
We're not consumed with all this lack or less than or doubt, because we're in the middle of operating from this passionate self. We're operating from this excitement. We're operating from laughter and joy and happiness and play. Yeah. And when we're operating from those higher vibrational ways, who in the heck wants to flip their script around to worse?
I know. Not me.
Yeah, it is important to leave comments in the feedback and everything, because every tick I get, every like, every share, every subscribe I get. So please remember to like, share, and subscribe my channel. Every comment that comes through, all of that makes a difference to how the information gets spread out throughout the algorithm through YouTube, so more people can actually watch this type of information. And right now, I go onto YouTube to help share my gift out there to the world, so you can actually see how you have the ability to actually change your life story around, where you actually start feeling a better way. I'm here trying to help give people their strength and their power back of who they really are in the first place, and give them the courageousness, the willingness, the desire to live their life. We're alive right now, today. Why do I have to wait until tomorrow to live? Why do I have to wait for 5 years until I complete something before I'm happy, or before I, decide I can live in a passionate way? Why don't I just go ahead and be passionate about what I'm doing right now and live my life today? Like, when I'm operating from passion and desire, Kathy, I feel like I'm in heaven right here on this planet Earth.
Yeah.
Because nothing's missing.
That's how we can feel, and we're supposed to feel. I have this rock, a painted rock that I found that just says, "Be happy." And I put that right where I walk by it several times a day, because, you can get caught up feeling this way, that way. or however, but I see that and I read it, be happy. And it's like, oh yeah, I have the power to really feel that way no matter what you're feeling. Like you help people do, Cynthia, how you help them flip their feeling from those lower ways to feeling good and feeling happy. We really can do that in any moment.
It is a choice. It is a, a decision that we make. And it does take effort, meaning that we have to stay consistent upon it. Because we have lived in such a lower vibrational mode for most of our lives because we have been taught, you know, from the day we were born, we were taught, go to your room, be quiet, shut up, you're not good enough, I don't have time to hear your story. And so, so as children, we learned that we were less than whole and complete. We learned that we were not valuable enough. We weren't even worthy enough to speak our truth. So as we're getting older, we're going, that story is a lie. And we have to learn how to flip our script around. No, I do have a right to speak. My story is important. The information I have to share is important to you. Every one of us has something that's very important. We got caught up into the lie thinking that we were not important. Some of the you know, it is about tuning into how we actually feel. If I'm not feeling good at this moment, I am going to do whatever it takes to get me into a higher vibrational feeling so I'm feeling okay. Rather I got to go for a walk, rather if I got to take a shower, rather if I got to do sometimes I take a pen and I just scribble just to get the garbage, just to get movement going. It's like I'll go around in circles and scribble. I really do this to get movement going because I'm like in a stuck moment.
Yeah, movement I've noticed is one of the best things to start moving out of those kinds of feelings. One of the ones I really like is getting in the car and driving, especially with some music on. You know, that always, no matter what I'm feeling, like 2 minutes later, I'm good.
I have someone
it helps me move out of that.
I have someone that's in the chat. They're saying that they're a virgin male and they've never dated anyone. And do I have any advice for anything? And the thing, or you don't have any desire. The thing is, if we have to fall in love with ourselves, it's like I can fall in love with people out there, but the best person to fall in love with is me first, because it's the person that's inside of here that I want to fall in love with. So when I'm out there wanting somebody to share my life with, I'm sharing that type of person with me. I don't want to seek love out there before I found that love within myself. It is really being comfortable with who you are as a person without any judgment. Don't judge yourself. We have to be easy on ourselves. Love the person that you are. Love the things that you do. Stop criticizing the things that you do and saying, I'm not good enough. I have to get this far or do that far or do that much before somebody can love me. No, you're already good enough right now. You were born. The day you were born, you were good enough. We were just told we weren't. So it's time for us to flip our script around and say, yes, I am.
Exactly.
We have to decide that that's what we want. I want to live my life today, and I'm choosing to live it. By telling myself.
We don't have to stay how things are. We don't have to stay feeling how we have felt. We don't have to keep our lives how it has been and just think that that's the way it is and that's the way it's going to be. We can change how we feel. We can change our lives. We can do all of that.
But the most important thing is when we're making changes, we want to make those changes because we chose to do them. I don't want to make those changes because somebody else thinks I need to make those changes to make me whole and complete. That's where we've got our information wrong. You know, most of us are reaching out there, looking out there at something or something to find out if I'm good enough. Well, I erase all those chalkboards. I don't want to see anybody out there. I want to know that I'm already good enough. I already want to embrace that feeling, because everybody's got to feel those same ways. Why is that one person better than me? They're not.
Yeah. And Cynthia, if you're looking for that validation from other people, isn't that giving your power away? I know you've
It
talked
is.
about that before.
It is. When we are looking for somebody else to give us confirmation that we're good enough at whatever we're doing, then we're actually, it's like a leak. It's like, because you're asking that person if you're good enough, then that person may not even know what it is that you see that's good in that. Maybe they are on there. We're all on a different path, even though we're kind of on the same path. but if I put my energy, Kathy, is this good enough? Kathy, is this good enough? Kathy, is
What?
this good?
Oh, sorry.
You're right. I know. But if I were to keep saying that, you know what would happen is it would say, I would all of a sudden, okay, I did all this, but I'm waiting for Kathy's response. Let's see what Kathy has to say. Let's see what Kathy has to say. Okay, 20 minutes has gone by and she still hasn't answered me.
Yeah.
And okay, in that 20 minutes, what has happened, I have depleted a part of my soul. Because all of a sudden I took away the belief in my story that I already knew was good enough before I asked Kathy if it was. So that's what she means by a power leak. I just know that if I keep chasing my dreams and I keep putting energy into my dreams, it gives me momentum. When I want to, when I think of something and I get scared, you know what I do next? Especially when it's towards my dream? I jump. I jump right over fear. I go, okay, I feel your fear, but I'm not going to look at you. I'm going for it. I'm going to make that call. I'm going for it. I'm writing that letter. I'm going for it. I'm sending out that resume. I'm going for it. I'm going to write that information down in the chat. I'm going for it. I'm going to tell my love story one way or another.
Yep, that's what being fearless is. I actually think it was Taylor Swift that said this, but she said that being fearless doesn't mean that you have no fear. It's not the absence of fear. It's there being fear, being you are afraid. You're very afraid even, but you still do it. She said that's being fearless, and I think that's awesome. I think of that a lot, because there'll be something I want to do too, and maybe I'm worried or fearful about it. But of course, that's a natural feeling you're going to have when there's, something that you're not used to doing, or you're stepping out of your box, or who knows how it's going to go. But you got to just go for it and just do it. I
have watched you jump over some fear this year, young lady. I wrote a book.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, she wrote a book too. She had it all ready to go. There's been some.
I'm in the process of 2 books. But,
but the thing is, she's in momentum. She's in movement. She's gonna be our next author. The next author that's on this show.
Yeah. Inspired by who?
Cynthia Toet.
By you.
But not only that, she has started her own YouTube channel that is like real life reflections. When I listen to her channel, I know she's been listening to me. And it makes my heart go pitter patter to know that I've already touched somebody enough to know that they can take these baby steps and put their life dreams out there and share their stories out to the world too. And like she said, she's afraid of the camera, but she's going past her fear.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Because I just, it's just the things that I talk about on my channel. I just really know like what a difference they've made in me and my life. And maybe there's lots of people out there that already know everything I talk about or way more or whatever, but I know there's a lot of people that don't, and that to hear that information, I know that it could really help them and make a difference in, you know, their lives along their journey too. So that's why I'm doing it, even though it can be scary.
And
That's why I'm doing it.
I think Kathy has a unique way to bring in her story in about those lower emotional feelings, and how she actually presents it in her Real Life Reflections YouTube channel. I love the way how she makes it really deep. She goes into it deep, so it gives you a deeper understanding to what that really means, to what it means to have choice in the emotional feelings that we have accepted and acquired and come used to actually rewriting our script and becoming used to these better feelings of joy, laughter, play, happiness, desire. But we don't have to stay in those lower emotional feelings actually lead and guide us. So we don't want we don't want to shut them down. We don't want to shut them out. We're going, oh, thank you for showing up, because it got me a lesson to learn.
Yeah, that's what my one video is about when they do show up, instead of just trying to push them away, take a little bit of time to look at them and reflect on them, and, you know, think about why they could be there, what they could be telling you, and how they could actually benefit you. Because even though we don't want to stay in that, the emotions that don't feel good come to help you. They're there for a reason. So it's good to you know, to get that out of them before you let them go on their way.
Well, because they come up to show you that they're still in your system. And they're coming up to show you, saying, hey, I want to be freed. That's the way I look at it. I want to be freed. Hey, I'm here right now.
Or pointing you towards changes to make in your life, or things you want to do differently and stuff like that too.
And that emotion will come up and go, I'm going to show you what might still be holding you back. And you're going, well,
definitely.
Thank you for showing up and showing me. Now get the heck out of here.
I know. No, but really, with those feelings, once you do accept, accept them and learn from them, and see what they're trying to tell you, just in doing that, that is when they kind of disperse and kind of go away on their own. It's like it's gone once you really realize what you're supposed to get from it and to learn from it. That's what I've noticed, at least in my experiences.
When it's actually going through the healing cycle, it is, to me, almost such a unique experience, even though I don't like going into that lower vibrational mode. But when I'm there, I know that it's showing up, because it's time for me to see it. And it wants to go through this healing cycle. But when it actually gets to that healing where you actually get that aha moment, it's like that's what they call a rebirth at that moment. It's like, I get to go through the light and come through the other side.
Exactly. Yes.
And it lets you feel lighter, and it lets you feel more gleeful, and it lets you feel more playful or more childlike mind. It's because it frees you.